Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial we're gonna do this little pony. I think it's really cute. The eyes though, it's a bit not my favorite, but still it's quite cute. So if you like what you see, please take your hook and let's begin. Okay guys, so for today's tutorial we're gonna need some pink yarn. What I'm gonna use is yarn dolce. It's in one ball, it's about 100 grams. We're gonna need about 2 balls of yarn. For this is quite large, this pony. For the hair I'm gonna use this fine yarn, which is blue. The hook I'm gonna use is number 2. It's for the eyes and hair, and number 4, it's for the main body. We're gonna need also a scissor and some filler just to fill the toy. So let's begin. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with the back feet. I already did one. This is how it looks. And with you I'm gonna do a second one. So we're starting with a chain of 2 loops and second loop from the hook, we're doing 6 stitches. Okay, so I did the 6 stitches. Now we're doing 6 increases. So we're doing 2 stitches in one and like that 6 times. And you're going to have 12 stitches. Okay, I have these 12 stitches. Now mark your row. And we're going to do now 1 stitch and 1 increase. And like that we have to do 6 times. So 1 stitch, 1 increase up till the end of the row, 6 times. Alright guys, so I finished these increases. Now we're doing 2 stitches and 1 increase, and like that 6 times. So we're doing 1, 2, and 2 stitches in one. This is our increase. And like that 5 more times up till the end of the row. Alright guys, so I finished these increases. Now at this point we need to cut a cardboard piece just like that. So we have now 24 stitches. So usually what I'm doing, I'm taking a piece of cardboard, whatever I found, and I'm just marking it around, and just you cut it how you can see, and just later adjust. We need to put it inside, like here. You see, it has to be flat, because when it's gonna stand, just to stand nicely, to not be this puffed, I don't know. So cut a small of cardboard piece now, and later on we will put this inside. After you did that, you're gonna carry on, and we're doing 24 stitches from the back side of the stitch. So here you have 2 sides of the stitch, right? And you take the back one right here, and we're doing 1 row from the back side of the stitch. Okay guys, so I finished this row with the back side of the stitch. So it's to create this illusion, if you can see here, of this line. When we're gonna put this carton, it's gonna be flat, so this is gonna separate our bottom with the top. Now, just a fair warning, if you start crocheting with me today, please find time to crochet both feet at the same time, because believe me, you're gonna see the difference if you're gonna do it in different days. The knit of hand knit, it's every day different. So one time is more loose, one time is more knit. So fair warning, just do at the same day. Now mark a row, and we have to do 4 rows up, 24 stitches without any changes from normal stitches, basic stitches. like that, 4 rows, 24 stitches. Okay guys, so I finished these 4 rows. Now we're gonna put this cardboard inside to do this flattish. So because later on we're gonna do some decreases and it's gonna be hard to, or even impossible to put this one in. So just put it nicely there, just like that. Push it down. That is gonna create this illusion. Later on, when we're gonna fill this one up with filler, it's gonna take nicely and it's gonna keep it. So just do that. Now mark your row and we're gonna do some decreases. We're gonna do some decreases. So we're gonna start with 10 stitches, doing 10 stitches. I'm sorry for the noise. Okay, I did these 10 stitches and now we're doing one decrease. So decreases we're doing from hidden. So we're doing first half of the stitch from the first stitch and again first half of the stitch from the other stitch, and we have 3 loops on the hook and we crochet them like that together. Now we have to do 12 stitches till the end of the row. Alright, next row we're doing 9 stitches, 1 decrease and 12 stitches till the end of the row. So we're doing 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Decreases again we're doing exactly the same. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the first and another half from the second, and we have to crochet them together. And we have 12 stitches till the end of the row. Now next row we're starting again with 9 stitches, 1, 2. I'm sorry that the yarn is doing that noise because I'm crocheting very neat. So I'm just gonna tell you it's exactly the same. So we're doing 9 stitches, 1 decrease and 11 stitches till the end of the row. Okay, I finished this row. Now the next row again we're doing 9 stitches, 1 decrease and 10 stitches till the end of the row. So 9 stitches, 1 decrease and 10 stitches till the end of the row, just to be sure. Alright guys, so I finished this row. Now again remark your row and we're gonna do 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches and 4 decreases in a row. So we're doing first half of the stitch from the first stitch and the second half from the other stitch, and like that we crochet together, and like that we have to do 4 decreases in a row. This is the second, the third. Try to tie this one up to not have any holes because it's in a row, so don't give them too much space to not be holes inside in the feet. And we have 7 stitches till the end of the row. Now I finished this row guys. Now at this point we need to fill already, fill the feet in. The special, try to push as much as you can on the bottom side to be hard rock if you want him to stand later on, just to see it. So you don't need it to be very soft. So take the feeler and just feel inside, because later on it's going to be very hard to do so and to give the right shape. So just do it now. Okay guys, so I fill this one in, how you can see here, how it looks on the bottom. I don't know if you can see, but this is what it is. So now the next row we're doing, remarker row, we're doing 6 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we're doing 3 increases in a row now. So we're doing 2 stitches in one, and like that we have to do 3 times. Okay, after we did these 3 increases, we're doing 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one, and 1 decrease. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the last 2 stitches. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the last 2 stitches, and we crochet them together. Now remark your row again, and we're gonna start with 2 decreases in a row. So exactly same as we did before, we're doing 2 in a row. So here is 1 decrease and another decrease. I'm sorry again about this noise, I cannot do nothing about it. Now we're doing 4 stitches, 2, 3, and the 4th one, and again 3 increases in a row. So 2 stitches in one, and like that 3 times. After we did these increases, we have 7 stitches till the end of the row without any changes. We're doing just 7 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. Now the next row we're doing, it's 1 row without any changes, 19 stitches. So we're doing just 19 stitches, no changes, no nothing, up till the end of the row. Alright guys, so I finished this row, 19 stitches. Now we're gonna do 1 more row with decrease. It says just 1 actually. So we're doing 9 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're doing 1 decrease. So first half of the stitch from the both sides, and we crochet them together. Until the end of the row you should have 8 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now mark your row. Now we have to do 2 rows with increases. So first we're gonna start with 2 stitches, 1, 2, and 1 increase. And like that we have to do 6 times. So we're doing 2 stitches, 1 increase up till the end of the row. After that it's gonna be 1 more row with increases. So we're doing, if now we did 2 stitches and 1 increase, like that 6 times. After that we're doing 3 stitches and 1 increase, and like that 6 times, and you should have like 30 stitches. So do up to this point, and after I'm gonna join you and tell you what next. Okay guys, so I finished this rows with increases, which the last one was 3 stitches and 1 increase, and I had 30 stitches now. Now what we have to do, we have to do 3 rows up without any changes, 30 stitches. Just a warning, pay attention. So if you're doing the first feet, you're doing up till the end of the row. But if you're doing the second one, like I do, the third row, we're not finishing. So do these 3 rows up 30 stitches on the first one, and when you're finishing this at the end of the row, just do a closing stitch in the next one, just like that, and you're pulling through. Now the second one, the last row, we're supposed to leave 9 stitches out. So when you're finishing, when you are on the third row, you're doing 21 stitches just on the third row. So if you're doing the first one, just pause and do your 3 rows up without any changes. So when you get to the second one, now what you join me, and do 2 rows up 30 stitches, and the third row you're doing just 21 stitches, and then we're gonna join the feet. Okay guys, so I finished this third row. How you can see, I didn't go till the end, how I said, so I left 9 stitches behind. Now what we're doing in the next stitch, we're doing a closing one. So you have two loops on the hook, and you're pulling straight to another, and we're doing 2 more loops. This is where we're gonna join. Now we're taking the other leg, and we have to look somewhere here in the middle. So for me it's gonna be, so here is our where we closed our closing stitch, so we're counting as a 1. So 1 2 3 4, and in the 5th I'm gonna join with the hook, and we're doing 1 stitch. This is gonna be the beginning of our row. You can mark if you want. So now what we have to do, we have to do 30 stitches, including that one, 30 stitches around. You do that, and when I'm gonna get to this part, I'm gonna explain what next. So 30 stitches. Okay guys, so I did these 30 stitches. Now we are at these 2 loops where we did, and to close the gap between this row and the loop, I'm gonna do a decrease. You do the same if you have a big gap. Here it really doesn't matter how many decreases you're doing, but it's important to do them visible. So you're taking 1/2 of the loop of the yarn, and from the next stitch, so you have to do these 2 stitches here, you're taking 1 more. Just it's gonna be tricky a bit to find here. Okay, it was a bit tricky, but I found it. So this is gonna be our stitch on this loop. Here is 1, and the second one we're doing exactly same. So you're taking 1/2 from here, 1/2 from the corner, and you crochet as a 1 stitch. And this is gonna close our gaps between feet, so it's not gonna be visible. After we did that, we're doing again 30 stitches and 2 stitches on this chain. I hope you understand well. If not, I will just write me in the comments and I will explain much better, hopefully. Just pay attention for these corners. Do not have any holes there. Okay guys, so I did these 30 stitches and these 2 stitches on the chain, this chain of loops, what we made. And this is so far how it looks. So what we're doing now, I didn't do any decreases in here because it wasn't necessary. You do the same. So here we did because was a big gap between them. Here I didn't have to. So you're looking on your piece how it is. If it's a big gap, do some decreases. If they are on these corners, they won't be any visible. So you can do them as many as you want, just to have here and to have the exact quantity of loops, which is 64. Now you should have 64 stitches. So we're doing one row without any changes, 64 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this one row 64 stitches, and now we're gonna do one row with decreases. So we're doing 29 stitches, one decrease, 29 stitches, and another decrease. Decreases we're doing here on the between feet, right? So I will show you once, the second one you can do. So we're doing now 29 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I did this 29 stitches, and now we're doing one decrease. Decreases we're doing hidden, so we're taking first half of the stitch from the first and the other half from the second, and we pull one time and we crochet these two loops together. Now again, we're doing 29 stitches, and the last two stitches we're doing one decrease. Okay guys, so I finished this row with decreases. Now next row we're doing, it's 59 stitches and one decrease. Decrease is gonna be here, so we're doing 59 stitches up till here and one decrease right here. After that we have to do one row without any changes, 60 stitches. So we're doing 59 stitches, one decrease here, and one row without any changes. I think you will be able to do that, and after that I will explain you what next. Okay guys, so I finished this 59 stitches and one decrease, and after that I did one row without any changes, 60 stitches. And from this point on we're doing just decreases up to the closing. So we're starting with 8 stitches, four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're doing one decrease. Decreases we're doing hidden. First stitch, first half of the stitch, and from the other stitch another half, and we crochet them together, just like that. And like that we're doing up till the end of the row 6 times. So we're doing now 8 stitches, one decrease, and like that till the end. After that we're doing 7 stitches and decrease till the end, and 6 stitches decrease, 5 decrease, 4 decrease, 2 decrease, 1 decrease, and 6 decreases, and we're closing everything. Meanwhile, when you're doing these decreases, feel these legs very well. And the second part is we're gonna do the front legs. They're pretty much similar, just a bit different. So do all these decreases. These last rows are very easy, so I'm not gonna steal time from the video. If you didn't get the first time, rewind and just take a look one more time. We're doing decreases up till closing. When you have left 6 stitches, sewing everything together and put aside. I will show you how came out for me later. Okay guys, so I finished the back feet. That's how it looks. This is the ass, this is the front. It's gonna come together, so don't worry. It's quite large though, I have to say. The front one, I already did one leg, and the second one we're gonna do with you. So we're gonna start as usually, a chain of 2 loops. and second loop from the hook. As usually we're doing 6. So basically here is pretty much like the first one, but there is some changes, so just watch that. So we're doing the second loop from the hook. Here is first, here is second. We're doing 6 stitches. Okay, I did the 6 stitches. Now second row we're doing 6 increases, so 2 stitches in one, and like that till the end, 6 times, and you're going to have 12 stitches. So with increases I think it's easy because it's exactly the same. So we're doing increases up to 2 stitches, 1 increase, and like that 6 times, and you're going to have 24 stitches. So now we're doing 6 increases, after that we're doing 1 stitch, 1 increase, and like that 6 times. And the last row, it's gonna be 2 stitches, 1 increase, and like that 6 times, and you're going to have 24 stitches. So when you're done that, I will explain what next. Okay guys, so I finished this row with increases. Now what we're doing, again, we need a piece of cardboard. I don't know if I mentioned there that you need 4 of them, but just in case, now is the time you can cut again, exactly same as we did in the previous one. And I forgot to cut 4, so I cut now. I did cut now just another 2 pieces when I did this leg. So now what we're doing, after you cut your cardboard, we have to do 1 row without any changes, back side of the stitch. So exactly same as we did in the previous one. So mark your row, and not the first half, but the back half of the stitch right here. And we're doing like that up till the end, 24 stitches without any changes. After this row, we're doing 4 rows up without any changes, 24 stitches. So we're finishing this row and 4 rows up, 24 stitches without any changes. Okay guys, so I finished this 4 rows. Now the piece what we cut, it's time to put in. Later it's gonna be challenging, so we just fix it in, push it down to be nice and flat, just like that. This is what we've got. Now what we're going to do, remark your row, and we're gonna start rows with decreases. So we're doing 10 stitches, 1 decrease, and 12 stitches. I will show you one. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th one. And we're doing 1 decrease. So first half of the stitch from the first and other half from the second. Hidden one, exactly same as we did in the other one. And it's 12 stitches till the end of the row. Okay guys, so I finished this row. Now again, we're doing 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we're doing 1 decrease. And 12 stitches till the end of the row. Okay guys, so I finished this row. Now we're doing again decreases. So we're doing 9 stitches, 1 decrease, and 11 stitches till the end of the row. And after that we're doing one more row with decreases. So we're doing again 9 stitches, 1 decrease, and 10 stitches. So it's pretty easy, so I don't want to steal too much time from you. So we're doing 9 stitches, 1 decrease, and 11 stitches till the end, and one more time like that. Just we're finishing with 10 stitches. You do that and we're gonna see you after that. Okay guys, so I finished these 2 rows with decreases, what I told you. The last one was 9 stitches, 1 decrease, and 10 stitches. Now we're gonna do one more row with decreases, and we're doing 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 decreases in a row. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the first stitch and the other half from the other stitch, and we crochet them together. And like that we have to do 4 times. Here is my second, my third, and the fourth one. Until the end of the row we have 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. Okay guys, so at this point we have to fill this leg up a bit, because later on it's gonna be harder to do that, to give these curves. So just do it very nice and tight. Push it to the bottom there, because we have to have this flat. Okay, so I filled it. Now the next row we're doing 6 stitches. I'm just gonna remove that. We have to do 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one. We're doing 3 increases in a row. So we're doing 2 stitches in 1, 3 times like that. This is 1 increase, this is 2nd increase, and this is 3rd increase. And for 5 stitches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 decrease. The last 2 stitches we're doing decrease, just like that. Now remark your row, and we're gonna start with 2 decreases in a row. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the first 2 stitches, and we're doing 1 decrease, and like that one more time we're doing again 1 decrease. Now we're doing 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 increases in a row. So we're doing 2 stitches in 1. This is our increase, and we have to do like that 3 times. This is the 2nd one and the 3rd one. 1, 2, and we're doing 7 stitches till the end of the row. And after that, after we finish the 7 stitches, we have to do 1 row without any changes, 19 stitches. I finished this row, and now we're doing 19 stitches without any changes. Okay guys, so I finished this row without any changes, and now we're doing 1 row with decreases. which is going to be 9 stitches. We're doing 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th one. And we're doing 1 decrease, so hidden again, exactly same as we did before, 2 halves of the stitches, and we crochet them together. And till the end of the row we have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we have 18 stitches in this row. Now this was 18th row. Now from 19 to 23 we have to do 18 stitches. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 5 rows up without any changes, 18 stitches. And if you're doing the first leg, if you're doing a closing stitch in the last row, the next stitch, I will show you one. Let's do for now, to not overload your head, let's do for now just 5 rows up. Okay, so I finished these 5 rows. Now, if you're doing the first feet, the first leg, you're doing a closing stitch in the next loop, just like that, and you're pulling through, and you're doing one more, and you can cut the yarn and leave aside. And the second one we're doing exactly same, just in the 5th row we do not finishing the row, just leaving 3 stitches behind. So you have 3 stitches till the end of the row we're leaving here. Now what we're doing, pause here if you're doing the first one and come back after. Now we're doing 4 stitches, 4 loops, 2, 3, 4, and we're taking the second leg like that, what is this closing stitch, and we're counting 5 stitches with this closing stitch. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 5th one we're joining the hook, and we're doing 1 loop. This is gonna be our first one, and we have to do around 18 stitches. So one we did, we're doing 17 stitches more all the way around. Do these 17 stitches and after I'll show you. Okay, so I did this 18 stitches, and now we are at this chain of 4 loops, what I did. So what we're doing here, between this first stitch on the loop, what we're gonna do here, it's quite big distance, so I'm gonna do a decrease here, sort of. This is not gonna count. So we're taking in the corner here 1 loop, and from the chain we're taking another one, and we crochet them together. This is gonna be our first stitch on the chain, and like that we have to do 4 stitches. Here is the second, so we're doing 4 stitches on the chain, then we're doing 18 stitches around, and again 4 on the chain. Okay guys, so I finished this 18 stitches and 4 on this side. Now remark your row, here is gonna be our beginning of our row, I'm sorry, and you should have like 45 stitches at this point. Count them, it's important. And once we did that, we have to do 1 row without any changes, 45 stitches. If for any reason you have more than you're supposed to, do the decreases here on the corners. They won't be visible. So yeah, if you have more than 45 or less than 45, increase or decrease on these corners behind. It's not gonna be visible. So don't be afraid or unknit everything, because everything is gonna be just fine. So let's do 45 stitches, and after that I will explain what's next. Okay, next row, guys. Mark a row, and we're doing 11 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we're doing one decrease. Decreases we're doing as usually, hidden. Just like that. Now we're doing 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one. And again, one decrease. And we have to do again 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one decrease. I'm sorry for the noise. I feel like I'm supposed to apologize all the time, but I cannot do nothing else. After we did this decrease, we have to do 18 stitches till the end of the row. After that, we're doing one row without any changes, 42 stitches. So we're doing 18 stitches now, and the next row 42 stitches without any changes. Okay guys, so I finished this row 42 stitches. Now remark a row, and we're gonna start with an increase. So we're doing one increase, so 2 stitches in one, and now we're doing 34 stitches. 34 stitches, so 3-4 stitches till the end. 34 stitches, and after I will tell you what. Okay guys, so I did this 34 stitches, and now we're doing that way. One stitch, one, and one increase, so 2 stitches in one, and like that 2 more times. One stitch and one increase, and the last one, one stitch and one increase, and one stitch till the end of the row. Now we should have 46 stitches. Now the next row we're doing 41 stitches, 41 stitches, then we're doing 2 increases and 3 stitches till the end of the row. So let's do first 41 stitches. Okay guys, so I did 41 stitches, and now we're doing 3 increases in a row. So we're doing 2 stitches in one, oh I'm sorry, 2 increases in a row, 2 stitches in one, and in the second one again 1 increase, and we have 3 stitches till the end of the row. 1, 2, and the third one. And now what we're doing, we have to do one row without any changes, 48 stitches. So we're doing one row without any changes, 48 stitches. I already like it how it looks. I think it looks quite nice. We're gonna fill this one and everything is gonna come nicely. So we're doing one row, 48 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this row with 48 stitches. Now we're gonna do one row with decreases, which is going to be 6 stitches. Okay, 6 stitches I did, and we're doing 1 decrease. So we're taking first half of the stitch from the both stitches, and we crochet them together. And like that we have to do 5 more times, and we're going to have 42 stitches. After we finish this row with decreases, we're doing one row without any changes, 42 stitches. So just one more time to make it clear, we're doing 6 stitches, 1 decrease, and like that 6 times. And after that, one row without any changes, 42 stitches. Okay guys, so I finished this row without any changes, 42 stitches. Now we're gonna do 3 rows with decreases. So now we're doing next row, we're doing 5 stitches, 1 decrease, and like that 6 times. After that we're doing 4 stitches, 1 decrease, and like that 6 times. And the last row with decreases we're going to do by ourselves is going to be 3 stitches and 1 decrease, and like that 6 times. And you're going to have 24 stitches by the end of these 3 rows with decreases. So just to conclude, so we're starting now with 5 stitches decrease, and like that 6 times, then 4 decrease like that 6 times, and the 3 stitches and decrease 6 times. And when you're done with that, join me and I'm gonna show you what's next. Okay guys, so I finished these rows with decreases, which last one was 3 stitches and decrease. And now I have 24 stitches. Now, how you can see, I filled already up this part. I suggest you do the same. And we're gonna do one more row with decreases, if I'm gonna find the marker, which is going to be we're starting with a decrease. Just like that. And we're doing 20 stitches. 1, 2. Okay guys, we did these 20 stitches, and now the last 2 stitches what left, we're doing a decrease for first 2 half of the stitch, and we crochet them together. Now from this row we have to do 4 rows up, 22 stitches without any changes, and that's it. This part is ready. So we're doing 4 rows up, a closing stitch, and we're leaving aside. The next we're gonna do the join part. So do these 4 rows, do a closing stitch, fill this one up good, and leave aside. And we're gonna meet in the next part. Okay guys, so I finished this 4th row and I did a closing stitch, how we said. I just forgot to mention that if you're planning to sew the head with the same yarn, so just leave a longer end, that later on we'll be able to sew this. And that's it. Fill this one better and you can leave aside. This is our back and front, like that. And the next part we're gonna do here to join this together. Yeah, so fill this one up and see you in a bit. Okay guys, so now we're gonna do the belly part. So you need to do a chain of 30 stitches. You can pause now and do it. And after we did that, we have to join the first stitch. So we're joining this right here with the closing stitch. So you're pulling the thread through this loop and straight away to another. This is gonna be our first stitch. Now we have to do around 30 stitches, 6 rows without any changes. So we're doing 6 rows, 30 stitches, no changes, no nothing, just around. And after that I will explain what we're doing next. So for now we're doing just 6 rows. Okay guys, so I finished this I'm sorry, these 6 rows. I'm gonna just remark this my first row, and we're gonna do now 5 stitches 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 increase. So 2 stitches in 1. This is our increase, and like that we have to do 5 more times. So 5 stitches, increase up till the end of the row. So basically this piece is very easy as it gets, so I'm gonna save some time on the video here. So we're doing 5 stitches, increase up till the end. After that we're doing 6 stitches and 1 increase till the end of the row, and you should have 42 stitches. And the last row it increases, it's 7 stitches, 1 increase, and like that 6 times, and you should have 48 stitches. Once we did this 7 stitches and increase, and the next stitch I'm just gonna show you, perhaps in the next stitch we're doing a closing stitch, and we're cutting the yarn long enough that we can sew it, because I think I'm gonna use the same yarn to sew this part. It's gonna be a bit challenging, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's do these increases up till 7 stitches and increase, and when I'm done I will show you how I'm doing the closing stitch. I think at this point you already know, but still. So do that and see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I finished these increases. This is how it looks, our piece. So in the next stitch, how I said, we're doing a closing stitch. And just leave this end a bit longer if you're planning to sew with the same yarn. And that's it. The next part we're gonna do, it's gonna be head. This is what we have so far. Leave this aside and we're gonna do head now. Okay guys, so we're gonna start the head now, how I said. So we're doing 2 loops. I'm doing 2 loops, and second loop from the hook, we're doing 3 stitches. 2, 3. Now next row we're doing 1, 2, 3. We're doing 3 increases. It's very hard, but we're gonna do it anyway. This is gonna be our tip of the nose, so we're doing 3 increases in a row, and you're going to have 6 stitches. Now mark a row. I did these 3 increases, mark a row, and we're gonna do one stitch and 1 increase. If you can just flip over this, because it's hard to find the stitches, and to not overdo, like to do too much in one loop or stuff like that. Important, just count here. And we're doing 1 stitch and 1 increase, and like that 3 times, and it's supposed to have 9 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this 1 stitch, 1 increase. Now we're doing 2 stitches. Try to flip this one over, how I said, because it's gonna be easier for us to crochet. I know it's challenging a bit, at least for me. And we're doing 2 stitches, 1 increase, and like that 3 times. So we're doing 1, 2, and increase. And like that 2 more times. Okay guys, so the next row we're doing 1 stitch and 1 increase, and like that 1 more time. We're doing one stitch and one increase. Now we're doing 2 decreases, so we're taking first half of the stitch from the first 2 stitches, and we're doing 1 decrease, and the second decrease exactly same, 2 halves of the stitch, and we crochet this together. Now we're doing 1 stitch, 1 increase, and like that 2 times up till the end of the row. So we're doing 1 stitch, 1 increase, and again 1 stitch, and the last one increase. Now we have 14 stitches. The next row we're doing 2 stitches, 1, 2, and increase. And again we're doing 2 stitches, 1, 2, and increase. Now we're doing 2 increases in a row, so we're doing 1 increase and 1 more increase, so 2 stitches in 1. Like that we had just 2 times. Now the next we're doing is 2 stitches, 2 stitches and increase, and like that 2 times, 2 increase, and 1 more time, 1, 2, and increase. Next row, remark your row again. Next row we're doing, it's 8 stitches, 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're doing 4 increases in a row. So we're doing 2 stitches on 1. This is our increase, and like that we have to do 4 times. This was 1, this was second one, this is third, and the last one, the 4th one. Now we have to do 8 stitches till the end of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we should have 30 stitches in the row. I don't know what is here, you see? Any black dot? It's fine. Now we're doing the next row we're doing, it's going to be easier already. So we have 30 stitches and we're doing, oh, I'm sorry, 24. A mistake, my mistake, sorry. 24 stitches, and now we're doing 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and increase. And like that we have to do 6 times. So basically here we're doing just increases. Increases we're doing up till 7 stitches and increase. So now we're doing 3 stitches increase like that 6 times. After that 4 stitches increase like that 6 times. After this 5 increase 6 times. So you got the idea. 5, then 6, then 7, the last one is 7, and increase, and like that 6 times. And when you did these 7 stitches and increase, you're supposed to have 54 stitches in the row. So let's do this one first, and after I will tell you how many rows you have to crochet after that. So do up to 7 stitches and increase, and when you achieve these 54 stitches, then I'm gonna tell you what's next. Okay guys, so I finished this rows with I finished these increases. Now I have 54 stitches. Now from this row, by the way, this is row 12. Now from 13 to 17 we have to do with no changes, so it's 5 rows up without any changes, 54 stitches. So we're doing 5 rows up, 54 stitches. Okay guys, so I finished these five rows, how you can see. Now what we have to do, we're gonna have to close this head, so we're doing just the creases up till the end, and we're gonna start with 7 stitches and 1 decrease, and like that 6 times. I'm gonna show you just one time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. Decreases we're doing hidden as usually, so we're taking first half of the stitch from the first stitch, just like that, and the other half from the other stitch, and you're pulling the thread through this and you crochet the 1 stitch. So this is our decrease, and like that we have to do 5 more times. So to not show each row because you've done a lot with me, so I think at this point you already get how it works. Now we're doing 7 stitches and decrease, and like that 6 times, which one already we did. After that we're doing 6 and decrease, and we carry on like that: 6, 5, 4 decrease, 3 decrease, 2 decrease, 1 decrease, and you're gonna be left with 6 stitches. Once you have the 6 stitches, you're taking the needle and you just sew them together, hide everything, and this is it. Meanwhile, when you're doing these decreases, fill the head very well. Yeah, I think you'll be able to do that. So just do these decreases, and meanwhile just fill with the filler. And we're gonna see you for the next piece, which probably we're gonna do the ears, after that eyes, and we're gonna put everything together as it's supposed to be. So I wish you best of luck. I'm not gonna finish because I'm going to work, but do this and see you after a while. Okay guys, so next what we're gonna do a ear. It looks like that. So take your yarn, and we're doing 2 loops, and second loop from the hook, as usually we're doing 6 stitches. 1, 2, and second loop 6 stitches. 1. Okay, I did these 6 stitches. Now we're doing 6 increases. 1, 1, 2, 2. Now I did the 6 increases. Mark your row, and we're doing 1 stitch and 1 increase, and like that we have to do 6 times. So basically we have to do these increases up to 3 stitches and 1 increase, and like that 6 times, and you're going to have 30 stitches. So now we're doing 1 stitch, 1 increase, like that 6 times. After that 2 stitches increase 6 times, and the last one 3 stitches and 1 increase, and like that 6 times. So you do that, and after I will show you what we do next. Okay guys, so I finished this row with three stitches and 1 increase, and I had 30 stitches. Now what we're doing, we are at the beginning of our row, so on the next one we're doing a closing stitch. So you have 2 loops on the hook and you're pulling the other one straight to another, and we're doing 1 extra loop. Now fold this in 2, just like that, and we have to crochet 3 stitches with this both 2 sides. So you have 1, the second one, and in the third one we're doing a closing stitch, just like that, and we're doing 1 extra loop. Now leave this big, large, I don't know, long end for sewing, and the ear is ready. So we're gonna hide this one. You have to do the second one exactly the same. This is what we have, and leave it aside. Okay guys, so the next part we're gonna do is the bottom half of the mouth, so this jaw, whatever. So we're doing a chain of 5 loops, and second loop from the hook we're doing an increase. So we're doing 2 stitches in 1. Next we're doing 3 loops, 3 stitches, 1, 2, and the third one. And in the last one we're doing 3 stitches in the 1 loop. So we're doing 3 stitches. This is gonna be our turn. Now we're doing 2 stitches, 1, 1. It's a bit hard. 2, and in the last loop we're doing 1 increase. So we're doing 2 stitches, 1. And in the next, on the first loop from the next row, we're doing a closing stitch. That's it. This is our piece. We're gonna put it here. It's gonna come together, don't worry about that. So just cut, and that's it. We're gonna put this together now, piece by piece. I will show you how in a second. Okay guys, so I start to put everything together. How you can see, I sewed this one. So this, how I sewed, it's pretty easy. I don't necessarily like this, how you can see, but it's not as bad as it looks. Anyway, we're counting from here, from these 6 stitches where we closed everything. So we're counting 1, 2, and in the third row you're starting to pin this one down. For sure you have any pins. So I pinned from here everything around, and it's supposed to go up till down here, and just sew around. I think this is pretty easy. It's supposed to stay like that. So the next part, what I'm going to sew, I'm just gonna put here, right here, and just look what it is. But most likely I will sew with any fine yarn because I don't like how it looks. So I'm just gonna mark how it's supposed to be. So from what I can see, if you're counting from the neck down, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th row you start everything around. I'm just gonna mark it first to see if everything is gonna match fine, then I will do it. Yeah, looks just fine. So four rows down count, and in the fifth start to mark around, and you can sew it. I would suggest you to take any fine yarn and sew everything, but it's really up to you. I think, however, if you like the way it is on mine, and doing like that, but if not, just give up on that and just take any normal sewing thread and just do it. So after I'm gonna sew this, we're gonna sew the head, and it's just at this point I think it's hard, but I'm gonna sew this first, and after I will show you how the head I'm going to sew. So do that. Okay guys, so I sew this part, how you can see right here. It looks that way. I think it's not bad. It's not gonna be visible when we're gonna do the head and this hair and the tail, so it's gonna cover all these ends, but it is what it is. I'm not sure that I'm pleased with that, but still looks quite good. Now what we're doing, we're taking this part of the mouth from before we sewing the head. So if you can see, our top is going to be where we did these increases, if you do remember. So you can actually see, but here is a higher part than here. So this is gonna be here attached. I don't know how, just like that. So you see here, we're gonna make the eyes, so it has to be more space. So you put this bottom half right here. The tip is supposed to meet with each other, and we have to sew everything here like that around, just to give this visibility of a mouth. I think you got it, what I mean by that, right? So just pin in here and just sew this part around and the middle, and it's gonna be just fine. Maybe I will show you. I know it's gonna take a lot of time from this from the video. Okay guys, so I sewed this mouth, how you can see, just like that. It looks not bad. Now we're gonna sew the head. The head, how we're sewing, it's, if you're counting from the tip of the nose, you're going right there, and you should have like, I don't know how to explain that for you to understand. So if you're counting from the tip of the nose, you're going here, you're supposed to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. But what I'm doing, I don't count like in rows. I'm just looking to be just the way I think it's supposed to, right? To stay still. And I have a knitting needle. I'm just gonna put it in right through this, so this way the head is gonna stay the way I intended to, just like that. And you can see the way it is. So for those who doesn't know how, I will count from here because I like how it looks now. So it's gonna be like from the where we close the head, so you're counting 2, 4, 6, 8. So from 8th row, you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's between 8 and another 7. So between 8, you just starting from here, it's supposed to start, and it's finishing from the mouth. For me, it's like 3 rows. I feel like I confused you, but the best way to do, because it's not really an amount there exact, so just look it to look as right as it can. Take a big needle, how I have, and just go through, just like that, and just sew around. This is the best what I could do to tell you guys. I'm very sorry if it's misleading or whatever. So sew the head around and we're gonna meet after that. Okay guys, so I sew the head. Now we have to sew the ears. So the ears basically don't have a specific row, but I like the way it looks here, how I put it. So I'm gonna count from the increases what we did here from the mouth, nose, whatever. So we're taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So for 11, you need to sew into 11 and 12 row the ears. So the distance between them is about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 stitches apart. So it has to look something like that. You just look with your naked eye. If you don't like it, you move it. It's not a big problem. So you move the way you think it looks good for you. My pattern, it's how I'm sewing, is not important. You do however you think it's right. But if you want to do as exactly as I did, this is how I did. So it's like 10 rows, and between 12 and 13 you just sew everything together. Apart is 14 stitches. Okay guys, so we're gonna do the eyes now. It looks something like that, and later on we're gonna do some white and blue, and we're gonna give it a proper eye look. But for now it just looks like that. I did one, and with you I'm gonna do the second one. So take black fine yarn. This is our base, and the hook we're using, it's number 2 for this, and we're doing a magic ring. Unfortunately I don't have this yarn Argent's black, so I took any normal fine yarn. I don't know how it's gonna come up on the actual toy, but hopefully fine. And inside of the ring, as usually, we're doing 6 stitches. I did the 6 stitches, guys. Now we tied up the ring, just like that. And it's gonna be hard to see on this because it's dark yarn, so it's hard to see the stitches, especially on camera. And we're doing 6 increases, so it's 2 stitches in one, and like that 6 times, and you should have 12 stitches. Okay guys, so I did the 6 increases. I have 12 stitches. Now the next row, marker row, we're gonna do it's 1 stitch, and 1 increase, and like that we have to do 6 times. So we did 1 stitch, and the next one we're doing an increase, so 2 stitches in one, and like that up till the end, and you should have 18 stitches. Okay guys, so I finished this row with 1 stitch, 1 increase, and I've got 18 stitches. Now the next row, remark row, we're going to do 2 stitches, it's gonna be hard for me to show you here guys, so do 2 stitches for now. Okay, I did these 2 stitches. Now we're doing an increase, but increase we're doing from 3 stitches, so you're doing 3 stitches in one. This is our increase, So you did one, in the same one you're doing the second one, and one more in the same stitch. And now we're doing 8 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this 8 stitches, and now we're doing again an increase, exactly same as we did before, from 3 stitches. So in one stitch we're doing 3. I so hate this yarn, I cannot. 1, 2, it's so janky. 2, and the last one in the same one, in the same stitch, 3. And you're supposed to have 6 stitches till the end of the row. Okay guys, I finished this row. Now next row we're doing 3 stitches, 3 stitches, and an increase again, exactly the same. So we're doing an increase from 3 stitches. So in one stitch we're doing 3. So here is 1, exactly same, we're inserting in exactly same, and it's the second, and the last one, 3rd. Now we're doing 10 stitches, and again one increase from 3 stitches, increase of 3, I guess, I don't know how to say it right. Anyway, so do 10 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this 10 stitches. Now we're doing again increase from 3 stitches, so 3 stitches in one. Okay, I did this increases of 3 stitches, and now we're supposed to have 7 stitches till the end of the row. Okay guys, so I finished this row. We have 2 more rows, and my hook broke again. That would be fun. Let's do the next row. So we're doing, I'm gonna tell you because I won't be able to show you on camera. So it's 4 stitches, increase, exactly same we're doing from 3 stitches. After that, yeah, let's do it first, do not confuse you. Let's do first 4 stitches and increase of 3 stitches. Okay guys, so I did this 4 stitches and an increase of 3 stitches. Now what we're doing, we have to do 12 stitches, increase again. So we're doing 12 stitches and increase of 3 stitches. Until the end of the row we have 8 stitches. So we're doing 12, an increase of 3, and then 8 stitches. Okay guys, this is the last row. I finished this previous row. Now remark your row. I'm gonna tell you just because I really can't do nothing with that. I will try off camera just to finish this. I probably will need to buy a new one. Didn't keep even a month. Anyway, the last row, it's 5 stitches, 3 stitches in one. This is gonna be our increase. Then we're doing 14 stitches and 3 stitches in one again. And the last, we have to do 9 stitches till the end of the row. So just to conclude, now we're doing 5 stitches and an increase of 3 stitches. After that we're doing 14 stitches and again one increase from 3 stitches and 9 stitches till the end of the row. Once we finishing this row, we're doing a closing stitch, and that's it. We're finishing. You can leave some end for sewing this eye. I'm gonna use another yarn because I don't like this. So do this row, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna manage the give these colors for the eye and stuff. Hey guys, so this is how I made my first eye. The second, I will just explain you. I have hard time sewing everything inside. So with the white, we're taking, if you remember where we did this 3 increases, so 3 stitches on one, you have this corner here. So you're counting from this 1, 2, 3, and from here you're starting with white to sew around just like that, 2 rows all the way to the other side, to the other corner. In another corner you're going no more than, I did like on my how I thought that it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be good anyway. So like 2 stitches from these increases, and after you sew everything this around, I start with the blue. You can take another color if you want. Not necessarily like it how it came, but I think it's not bad either. So exactly same 2 rows. So you're starting from the corner where you did it white, and you're going all the way up to the other one. Now the hard part for me, I've tried already, so is to do this light reflection. So like a couple, I don't know, bubbles with white, let's say. So somewhere here. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I didn't like it, but if you have any good idea, you can give a try. So do this yourself, and later we're just gonna sew this one right here. It doesn't look so bad, to be honest. Frankly, this is my first eyes. I've never done them too, so I hope it's gonna be fine. Yeah, do that, and after we're gonna sew them, and I'm gonna tell you how I sewed them because I'm not gonna show it for sure. Do the eyes and see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I glued the eyes. I tried to sew them, but didn't happen, and I hate them. I truly do, but I can do nothing already, so it's gonna be like that. Anyway, let's hope that the hair is gonna give any texture for this pony, if you can name it like that. I'm not sure that you can already. So the hair, what I'm doing, it's cutting some pieces of yarn like that, long enough, and just split them in 4. I'll take a needle, find one, take a needle and split them in 4, and just pull the thread. This is our hair, and we're gonna put, I'm not gonna show you, I'm gonna show you just how I put it, and that's it. I don't have special rows and stuff, so you're gonna have to figure out in your way. But the top hair, it's gonna take about 3 rows, and we're doing it some way, this way, somewhere between the ears. We're gonna start. Yeah, you put the hook and you insert that. Okay, closer, and you pull the thread. So you're doing a loop just like that, and you tie this one up, and like that you're doing, I don't know, as much as you want. And the tail, exactly same. So here where we close this bum, I would say the 6 stitches, so I will take about 1, 2, 3 rows down, and I will make a circle like that, and exactly same as in the top with the hook. I'm gonna do this. Take the hook, pull the thread, and do like that. And this is gonna be our tail. Now here is everything what I had to explain to you. I'm sorry about the eyes, I really don't like them, but I cannot do nothing. So it was the only yarn what I had, this dark one, and it's not great at all, but it's not bad either, so we'll be fine. I will show you a preview in the beginning of the video how it looks, so I'm not gonna show you how it finished. It's pointless, I think. So how you can see in the on the beginning of the video, that's how it came out. If you have any questions, guys, please feel free to ask them, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below, it's gonna encourage me probably a bit. I feel down after this. And see you in the next tutorial. I'm not gonna post for a while, I'm going to holiday, but when I will be back, yay, I will do something. See you in the next tutorial, guys. Bye.